Everyone, take hold.
But before we begin, if you like this figure in this video, head over to Show.Z Store where I got it from, and use code Deemer in the Support Your Favorite Reviewer box. It sure would help me out, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Deemer's Dominion. I am Deemer, and today we are taking a look at JGM-SKP-02, otherwise known as Mini Asura, aka Chibi Dinobots. So this is the Steel Kitty Party collection from JGM. This is the box. It's a pretty cool box, and if we turn it around, you can see the side here and upside down on the back end package where you have the different Dinobots. Pretty neat, pretty fun. And on the back here, we have Dinoking, or as they call him, Mini Asura. Pretty cool pictures. Fun art. This is fun art. I like this. You know me, if you guys have been watching and following my channel, I love the art. I am artsy fartsy. I love it. And the fun art on the front, of course, but it has a pull away flap that you can see the figures on the inside, which is always fun. Okay, and if we take a look at the individual art for the different figures, Bront for Brontosaurus, Stego for Stegosaurus, Tyrant for Tyrant, I'm gonna guess, for good old Grimmy, Tricer, and Pterosaur for Taro. And choose your kitty. So that's why they call them the Steel Kitty series, because they are kiddish in appearance. So let's have some fun. Let's unbox this guy and see what we have inside. All right, so and we have the bots in there. Freeze drive to prison. Here are the additional accessories. You can see Dinoking's accessories. Looks pretty cool so far. And we have a bag full of cards. Looks like a keychain perhaps, and the instructions. All right, so bot number one. These are fairly light. They seem quite hollow, but they are a nice plastic. And those details are gorgeous. Those details are great. Nice paint. So cute. So cute. Oh, these guys are killing me. They're killing me how cute they are. Our king. Look at that detail. Oh, he is gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm so excited for these guys. Look how nice they look. Truly. Such small figures. First impression is really, really adorable. So cute. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. How can you not love something like this? I'm not normally a chibi guy. These are so cute. Rawr. That's a pretty cool looking blaster. Pretty cool, pretty nifty. And here are the steel kitties lined up outside of their box. They look so adorable. I'm sorry, these guys look so cute. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just smiling over here behind the camera like I've never seen anything adorable before. And I'm not one to use the words like cute and adorable and stuff like that very loosely, but my goodness, I don't even know what else to describe them as because that's what they are. These guys are really cute. The other accessories, we have an axe. This is actually almost as heavy as one of these figures. That's how impressive that is. Dinoking's feet. These are actually nice and weighty. His back wings. Oh, the beefy head. I love this like crystal look to these. Excuse me. I love these like crystal type look effects on these translucent pieces here. They give off a really beautiful color. And of course, how can we have Dinoking without a nice big red sword? Okay, and in our Dino bag, we have their ID cards here to play a little Dino poker with. And I can't read that, but if anybody else would love to translate these, by all means, drop a comment. Let me know what they say. But these are a nice quality card. Nice thick plastic. I don't know if they're trading cards, collector cards. They're definitely ID each of the members, it seems like. This adorable keychain. It's a remote start function. So this one will start out. Right. Maybe that's to preheat the car, turn on the lights, honk the horn, lock the doors, unlock. And a huge set of colored instructions. Pretty neat. Transform instruction. I love the authenticity. But that's quite a large sheet of paper. And we will go through their individual transformations as well and see where we end up with this adorable, adorable set here. Okay, so before we get into the transformation, let's take some measurements first and just give you a little bit of an idea of how tiny these all are. There is your measurement against these figures. You can see just really truly how tiny they all are. Pretty neat stuff. Should we get our good old friend Smeg out and weigh them? Will they even register? Okay, so let's start off with Snarl here, see how much he weighs. He weighs 31 grams or 1.1 ounces. Okay, let's take a look at Sludge. Same exact weight, 1.1 ounces, 31 grams. I'm going to take a look at Swoop. Swoop clocks in, exact same weight. And then we have Snarl, who's a little bit heavier at 1.2 ounces, 33 grams. And then finally our big guy, Grimlock. He is the heaviest, 84 grams and exactly 3 ounces. So there we've got our weighs and measures. Okay, so let's take a look at their bendies and twisties. Grimlock. We have his head on a tight ball joint, and his crown does come off. It's got nice light piping in the back. He can do a full 360 here. He can look up that high. And oh, his head tucks in there. This is tight, so he does have a nice look down that far. Of course, side to side. It is tight joint, so I'd rather that than loose ones. His shoulder is on a big ball joint. Go up 360. This is preventing it from going a full 360, but it can go up that high. There is no shoulder rocker. We do have a full bend there at the elbow. We do have a twisty at the elbow. And we do have a very tight wrist joint. And then that can move up and down to fold in for the transformation. So let's see. A little bit of waist action there. A little, oh. I don't know if that's part of the transformation or not yet, but do have a little bit of an ab crunch going on. That's pretty slick. That's pretty slick. We have knee twisty. And he can go full splits. And kick up that high. Move the plate back, and he goes back that far. And let's see, his knee bend goes that far. Pretty neat. And the foot there, the top, has a little bit of an ankle rocker, toe rocker if you will, but no up and down. So for as small as this little dude is, and as beefy at the same time, he's got some pretty good articulation. Let us hit up Slag here. So Slag, his head, because of his plate on the back there, limits his articulation. Very minute up and down. But he can look down much more than he can look up, even though it's on a ball joint, but because of these, it's very limiting. Okay, his arm will go up that high, and can do a full 360. He actually does have a little bit of in and out for the shoulder. And then he does have twisties at the elbow and a full elbow bend there. His wrist does twist and just fold in for transformation. Full legs spread, go back that far, bend that far, and let's see, kick up that high, and then the same toe movement as Grimmy. It is on a ball joint, as you can see, but we can't really get much of an up and down there. We do have a 360 here. Very tight. That pops off. Doesn't have any kind of ab crunch for this guy. Let's take a look at D-Roll Swoop. Swoop has up and down, side to side, all around. No light piping here. Arm can pop off. On a ball joint goes. You got to be careful. This is a little bit loose here. Up that high. 360 in and out. And we do have a upper arm twisty. He's got his double arm bend there. That's cool at the elbow. And we do have a twisty for the wristy. And then that's going to fold in later. Full splits. Goes back the furthest, I think. At the legs and thighs. The legs and thighs here. Nice twisty there as well at the upper thigh. Don't like how this is hollow, but I get it's for the transformation to fit in probably. And then the front also on a ball joint that really can't do much other than twist around here. Okay. So let's see. With his big old beak, can we... Oh, look at that. He can have enough space to twist around here. It is very tight. And no ab crunch or anything like that. Snarl. No light piping for the head. You can't really get a full 360, it seems like. A bit of up and down, side to side. They're all on the same ball joint. And go up that high for the arm. Twisty 360. Has his 90-degree bend there for the elbow. Twisty at the wristy. Now it goes down. Same as the others. And he does have a waist twist. No ab crunch. And he can do splits. And then he's got his upper thigh twist. Goes up that high. Comes back that far. Oh, he actually goes back the furthest. And then we do have a very decent toe movement up here, up and down, side to side. And that pops off too. So be careful with the ball joints on these guys. They do seem to pop off a little easier at some points. I mean, it's still pretty good, but I think because of the tolerances with everything else being so tight, you kind of just feel a little bit natural to be a little bit more aggressive, but it is on there sturdy. It's not coming out just by any other looseness. And then we've got his other leg here for his dinosaur mode. Oh, nice little action there. For his foot, 360, up, down, it's on a little ball joint. That's pretty cute. I like that. I like that. A little bit in and out. I do like that. All right, cool. Cool. And look at those big, cute eyes. Such a cute face. So you have this face right here, and then you can just twist it and reveal the other face when you pull off the cap or the head helmet. Then we have option 2. This one's a little better for a smiley face. I think I'll keep this one. We have sludge. No light piping on the head. Ball joint, up, down, 360-ish. Yep, 360. Okay. Arms can go up that high. and all the way around. Same ball joint as the rest. Same elbow twist. And 90-degree bend. In and out. So, and then the same twisty at the wristy. Same bend down here as well. And he does also have a decent waist twist, which is not exactly 360, or maybe, yeah, seems to be a little bit blocked by that peg. We do have full splits for thigh. Nice kick back and bend, and kick forward that far, and then the same toe as the rest. Very tight up here. Okay, I just wanted to show another little gimmick here. Two of these Dinobots have secondary faces, and all you do is pull off the top of the head and basically twist it. A little bit difficult, and you've got this smiley happy face, which is a little bit creepy, clowny, maybe. What do you guys think? Like this face better or the other one? Also just twist it with the cap on, and yeah, this like sad face. Aww, I think I'm for the sad face, or whatever this face is supposed to be. And there we've got all 5 Dinobots with their articulation. So here's our first transformation, and this is the bust of Mini Asura. Very cool because it is a storage method of all the extra parts when they are not transformed into the combined form, Volcanicus. And so you have the arms here that attach to the main chest piece that normally would be in bot mode. Then you have the feet that latch on as well. And then you can have weapon storage as well. So you can put the weapons, those are interchangeable, the front and the back here, these missiles. You can have them however you like. And of course you have swoop swings in the back here, which is pretty neat. And it's locked in by these armor plates for the chest, normally for the combined mode. Very, very neat, very smart. I love stuff like this because you can have them displayed separately if you like, which is something that I wish, you know, more kind of Transformers would do when they have combination forms. And, you know, plenty of articulation. You can go back and forth. You know, these are swoop swings, so you can have it however you like. The hands are articulated. You can see they're all on individual ball joints here. So, and of course the first finger is free. The pointer finger is free to roam around independently, as is the thumb. And then the last 3 are together, fused together here on 2 separate ball joints. So that's pretty neat. And of course you have full articulation of the head here and up and down on the feet. I have one that is a little looser than the other. This one's really difficult. And so that's pretty much it as far as that goes. And then of course you do have the ever so cool remote start feature here, where we can remote start our head with the light effect there. And I'll turn down some of these lights so that you can see him better. See those eyeballs starting to give up a little bit. And how cool is that? How cool is that? Pretty neat stuff.
Steel hearts beating under the sun, blades of justice where battles are won, across the stars where legends run, a spark swords and sabers that gleam. Circuits hum with an endless dream. Villains crumble, torn at the seam. Hope is brighter than it may seem. Galaxies roar, the echoes cry. Light and shadow cannot lie. Heroes rise, the cosmos bends. Galactic heroes we defend. From Cybertron to Eternia's mind, through hyperspace into the
Okay, and here we have Swoop fully transformed and armored up in flight mode for you. He looks really cute. He looks really good. Not a complex transformation.
On the mic, call me the rhyme savior. Matrix of leadership, my voice cuts like a razor. Rolling through Cybertron, my team stays tight. While Decepticons fumble, we ignite the fight. Jazz on the scratch beats, heavy like Energon. Dropping knowledge bombs, so you better hold on. Blaster with the boom, Ultra Magnus on the low. Steel drums hit like punches from a robo throw. Decepticons scheming, they don't know the code. Till all I want, that's the Autobots mode. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Watch us shift gears, we're the lyrical kings. Matrix of mic control, Autobots roll. Words hit harder than Megatron's go. From Cybertron streets to Earth, some soul till all I want. Yeah, we take control. Matrix of mic control, Autobots roll. Decepticons crumble when we patrol. Reggae rhythm mixed with that boom bap gold till all I want. Yeah, the story's told. Megatron lurking, but his schemes fall flat. Starscream whining, man, they all can't rap. We keep it moving, no, and the gun drop. Battle tested bars, yeah, we're knocking them out. Best up on my head, oh, da da nan dan, oh, my head, best up on my head, oh, da da nan dan, oh. That's up on my head, oh, da da nan dan, oh, my head, oh. That's up on my head, oh, da da dan dan, oh. Yeah. Drop that beat. ARMO in the building. Autobots rise up, yeah. Roll out, yeah. Megatron bark loud, but his bite ain't still. Talking war stories, but we know we ain't real. Decepticons fold when we step in the zone. Optimus with the mic, turn his throne to a tombstone. Ultra Magnus with the bass line, heavy like a tank. Blaster spitting acapellas, breaking up his ranks. Cybertron streets, yeah, they know who the kings. We bring the Energon heat, no tricks, no strings. Prime on the front lines, leader with the wordplay. Megatron shaking his regime on his last day. You say fuck the Autobots, nah, fuck your crew and your punk ass plans, cause you fall overdue. Megatron must fall, hear the war drums call. Decepticons crumble when the Autobots brawl. Roll out, rise up, be the voice of the free. ARMO are taking over, no surrender, no plea. Jazz on the decks, scratch it through the battle fog. We hit them with the beats, Decepticons in the slog. Ultra bring the thunder, drop a baseline bomb. Blaster spit the verses, turn the war into a song. Roll out. Roll out.
heavy, my treads break the ground. Steel toe stomp and make a thunderous sound. Decepticon shadows, they scatter and flee, but we stand unshaken, Autobots roll free. Armor plated fate, got the matrix in my chest. Freedom's the battle, and we only take the best. Ultra Magnus on the bass, thumping like a tank. Blaster, acapella, making Megatron crank. Roll out, rise up, Autobots unite. We light the darkest hour, we bring the fight. From Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies. Roll out, rise up, let the fire ignite. Roll out, rise up, Autobots unite. We light the darkest hour, we bring the fight. From Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies. Roll out, rise up, let the fire ignite. Jazz spins the tables, sonic swords clash. Rhyme sharper than the blades, we shred and smash. Decepticons lurking, but they ain't got the grit. They glitch, they stutter when my team drops hits. Blitzkrieg beats, Optimus command. Freedom's the anthem, it's in our hands. Galactic warfare, no retreat, no stall. The bigger they rise, the harder they fall. Prime's the voice, I transform the stage. Freedom's the war, our words the gauge. No John bribes, no tricks, no traps. Autobots rap with unbreakable caps. Roll out, rise up. Roll out, rise up. Roll out, rise up. Roll out, roll out, rise up. Autobots unite. We like the darkest hour. We bring the fight from Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies. Roll out, rise up. Let the fire ignite. Roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out, Prime steps heavy, my treads break the ground. Steel toe stomp and make a thunderous sound. Decepticon shadows, they scatter and flee, but we stand unshaken, Autobots roll free. Armor plated fate, got the matrix in my chest. Freedom's the battle, and we only take the best. Ultra Magnus on the bass, thumping like a tank. Blaster acapella, making Megatron crank. Roll out, rise up, Autobots unite. We light the darkest hour, we bring the fight. From Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies. Roll out, rise up, let the fire ignite. Roll out, rise up, Autobots unite. We light the darkest hour, we bring the fight. From Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies. Roll out, rise up, let the fire ignite. Jazz spins the tables, sonic swords clash. Rhyme sharper than the blades, we shred and smash. Decepticons lurking, but they ain't got the grit. They glitch, they stutter when my team drops hits. Blitzkrieg beats, Optimus commands. Freedom's the anthem, it's in our hands. Galactic warfare, no retreat, no stall. The bigger they rise, the harder they fall. Prime's the voice, I transform the stage. Freedom's the war, our words the gauge. No John bribes, no tricks, no traps. Autobots rap with unbreakable caps. Roll out, rise up, Autobots unite. We light the darkest hour, we bring the fight. From Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies. Roll out, rise up, let the fire ignite. Roll out, rise up, Autobots unite. We light the darkest hour, we bring the fight. From Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies. Roll out, rise up, let the fire ignite. Up a fire, fill out, fill out, fill out. Up a fire, fill out, fill out, fill out. Up a fire, fill out, fill out, fill out, fill out. Up a fire, fill out, fill out, fill out.
Yeah, it's Prime on the mic. Call me the rhyme savior. Matrix of leadership. My voice cuts like a razor. Rolling through Cybertron. My team stays tight while Decepticons fumble. We ignite the fight. Guys on the scratch beats heavy like Energon. Dropping knowledge bombs, so you better hold on. Blaster with the boom, Ultra Magnus on the low. Steel drums hit like punches from a robo throw. Decepticons scheming, they don't know the code. Till all are one, that's the Autobots mode. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Watch us shift gears with the lyrical kings. Matrix on my control, Autobots roll. Words hit harder than Megatrons go. From Cybertron streets to Earth, from soul till all are one. Yeah, we take control. Matrix on my control, Autobots roll. Decepticons crumble when we control. Reggae rhythms mixed with that boom bap go. Till all are one. Yeah, the story's told. Megatron lurking, but his schemes fall flat. Star scream whining, man, they all can't rap.
We keep it moving, no, in a gun drought. Battle tested bars, yeah, we're knocking them out. Yo, Jazz! Drop that beat! ARMR in the building. Autobots rise up, yeah. Roll out, yo. Megatron bark loud, but his bite ain't still. Talking war stories, but we know he ain't real. Decepticons fold when we step in the zone. Optimus with the mic, turn his throne to a tombstone. Ultra Magnus with the bass line, heavy like a tank. Blaster spitting acapellas, breaking up his ranks. Cybertron streets. Yeah, they know who the kings. We bring the energy on heat, no tricks, no strings. Prime on the front lines, leader with the wordplay. Megatron shaking his regime on his last day. You say fuck the Autobots, nah, fuck your crew and your punk ass plans, cause you fall overdue. Megatron must fall, hear the war drums call. Decepticons crumble when the Autobots brawl. Roll out, rise up, we the voice of the free. ARMOR taking over, no surrender, no plea. Jazz on the decks, scratching through the battle fog. We hit them with the beats. Decepticons in the slog. Ultra bring the thunder, drop a baseline bomb. Blaster spit the verses, turn the war into a song. Hey, ARMOR in the building.
Okay, everyone, and here they are looking beautiful together. They're really adorable. These guys pretty much transform the same way, generally speaking. There's very little variation between them. Even this guy transforms the same, but Grimlock is the only one with, I would say, a little bit of a significant differentiator between the transformation because of his classic methods of transforming. Some are included in this one. While not difficult of a process to transform, the tolerances, especially on Grimlock, there are some really tight, annoyingly tight joints on Grimmy over there. But for the most part, there are no problems as far as the transformation. It's relatively easy, thankfully. It is just because of those tight tolerances that I had a little bit of difficulty with Grimlock specifically. But when they come together really well. They are absolutely beautiful together. They feel really well, which is really cool because when I was considering of getting them, I wasn't really sure how that was going to play out. However, no regrets. No regrets. And they actually are pretty, for a tough plastic, which is something that's nice and desirable. I know for a lot of us collectors and people like to play with them. There's not a whole lot of give, but they do take a lot of move and wiggle and a little bit of toughness and roughness with it. Some of the joints will pop out after a certain amount of pressure, and that's to be expected with anything, basically with ball joints, because a lot of the joints are in fact ball joints. Considering their size, considering the type of material and how sturdy it is, I would say there's no problems. No problems to play with them, no problems to just manipulate them however you like, and have fun with them overall, honestly. Highly recommend so far in this process, no problems. Bot mode is cute. These alt modes, the dinosaur modes, are really good. There's a lot of faithful to the G1 look, which I, being a big G1 fan myself, unashamedly, I love that. I love the colors, you know, that they stuck with the colors, the golds, the grays, the silvers. I mean, even the paint has like a metallic flecking on the silvers and grays part, which is really neat because it's subtle, but it still gives it that crispness and beauty, I guess, if you want, to the actual figures themselves. That is pretty much it. I mean, I pretty much showed you a lot of the articulation as far as the alt modes go for them. So they do have quite a bit of articulation also, which I was very much impressed with. Now we will go to what we're all waiting for. We are waiting for Volcanicus. Okay, so as we begin the transformation processes, we're going to start with the weapons, putting them all together and getting them ready for the Big Daddy transformation. We'll take the little hand blasters. And sew all the pegs face down like that. Okay, and then we take the final piece here and see there's a peg here and the slot there. And we're going to put that on the top part here so that it just snaps into place like that. And then just give it a nice push in so that you get that look there. And then we will take the Big Daddy missiles here and they just clip in there. Snap, snap. And then just snap them all the way in so it looks like that. All right, so far so good. Okay, if you remember, out of the box, the sword comes into two pieces, kind of like an axe hilt thing, and this part, so that these can just clip on, as you can see. It goes in one way for you, like that. And then you have a big ass sword. It's pretty cool. So those are the two main weapons there for Volcanicus. Okay, so working our way from the bottom up, we're going to tug and then flip that over and in, and that just locks in a little bit like that without too much pressure. This leg we are going to shift over, keep this straight, and come back to make use of the tab once again, which is kind of neat to make use of it however you like, and then you'll know it's straight when it locks in. So again, we are going to just push this back as far as possible so that it is straight up and down as best as possible. And it looks like that. And so now we will just shift these legs back nice and straight, tuck it in if it's not tucked in. So you get a nice profile for it too. And then we're going to make sure that mouth is closed and just fold it over. So far, so see there's going to be a locking mechanism here and in there, clip. All right, so we're going to come back and just disassemble our bust here, and take off the foot here. Okay, and so you can see it up close. You see that there has grooves here and here, and those are going to slide in there like that. And then just push it in, and then we're going to twist that. This is tough here, and then continue our rotation here so that the head is towards the back of the foot like that. All right, and then make sure that everything stays. Well, you know what, we're going to leave that untabbed for now because we're going to need to open up the chest here so that the other part slides in first. So we'll just leave it like that for now, and we'll do the other foot as well. Okay, the other leg we're going to do with sludge. So kind of like the tail of the last one, we're going to do that. Rotate this head, close his mouth, fold him over, and he'll just rest real nice and solid there. And of course we will bring these feet here, and then just keep them nice and tucked in straight like that. And then since we already tabbed it in from the original transformation, we were good. But again, we're going to need to just untab that for now and then leave that open like that. This, of course, is going to tuck back so that we expose our slider. And we're going to grab our other foot from this guy. And we are going to slidey, just like the last one. Okay, and then okay, and now for swoop, we do need to de-wing the guy. So we're gonna slide this back off. Okay, put that to the side for now. We will move these over back to their normal position up here, and we will slide him out. Okay, and then we will tuck the feet up. Feet tuck in. There we go. And now we will grab the hand and slide it on. Okay, so I had to get that in. It's a little bit tight. Just make sure when you're putting the hand on with swoop that the feet are actually all the way up here like this. They're flat up against the inner arm like that, and so that there's enough clearance for this arm to slide into the sliders there. Cool. All right, we're gonna do the other arm now with good old slag. Okay, so we will, once again, feet go nice and straight back. Rear legs go straight up and down back, like that. Going to separate him out. And since we already pegged his, let's just make sure that it is at the highest point here. And then make sure that that taps back in nicely. Okay. And then I'll just slide that back. And then we'll close his, well, you can leave it open. Just slide his head down like that. And then we'll give him a good old twist-a-roozy like that. And this will come in, fold over so that we have our slider here. All right. And we will grab our hand and line everything up, slide it in, and we are good to go. Okay. Okay, and finally for Grimmy over here, we will just untab this to unlock some stuff here, untab those, untab that. So basically we have to reverse engineer our hard work here and untab everything again, separate everything once more. All right, everything's just tight if you remember. So then we can separate this part here. So that we can straighten that out so we can tuck back in, and we can get the leg free. Okay, so I'm gonna flip that around and back in, and that back in. Okay, and do the same for this leg. Okay, so at this point we need to straighten out the legs a bit here and lift this back up, but we're going to accordion this part back. All right, so once again, I'm going to accordion this back up and snap down like that. So you see he's got that wider stance. Okay, so before we do that, we're just going to bring this foot down like that. Let's put this back up and bring this foot down as well. That's a bit tough. Okay, so at this point, this is what Grimlock looks like. Okay, so what we're gonna do is make sure that this, we'll move the arm out of the way, comes all the way down like that. And same over here. These are super tight like that. So he's like this right now. Okay, let's just flip that like that. And open up his chest once more. All right, there we go. Like that. And then we're going to swivel his head around, and then we're going to make sure that this portion here is nice and straight. Okay, and so before we go further, I'm gonna do this and come back here, pull out this little tab so that this can tab. If you can see the tab there inside, that is where this has to, there we go. And we'll fix the skirt here. Okay, so now that we have the skirt organized, this is what we have so far. Okay, let's come back here. All right, and we're gonna work with this accordion part here again. And we are going to just accordion this part down. That's all we need. Oh, that's perfect. And now we are going to take these beasts again and rotate just to that. So you have the half moon there. I'm going to do the other side as well. And rotate to the half moon. Like that. And then come back here. And we will push in our legs so that they're nice and straight. And rotate it. Push in our legs so it's straight. And rotate it. Oh, make sure our hand is still tucked in. So this is nice and flat. Okay, so then we just fold in these back wings here. And this back is on a slider, up and down, remember? So I lifted it up just a little bit out of the tabbed area so that I can get the tabs in here to slide just above the toes here. And then just make sure that it's looking like that on the inside. Okay. And then we'll bring out these arms a little bit. So far, so good. Set it all to the side for a moment and bring back our head part here. We're going to turn that back around like this. And so now we will try to align some tabs here. Turn this guy around. Okay, like that. You see the tabs here. They just tab on like that and lock in like that. So this is what we have so far, and that tabs in real nice. And then we can slide this, and then there's a slot here for that tab to kind of meet up, and just clicks like that and locks in. How awesome does that look so far? Okay, so here's a bit of tricky part. We need to tuck this part in here a little bit, like that. We're going to come and do the same for the other one here. Like that. Make sure that's tucked in as much as you can. Tuck it in. Like that. So that it's nice and flush. Try not to loosen anything else in the process. There we go. And then you can just bring the arms forward and forward like that. So now I think we are ready for some limbs. Now we are going to lock and load with these feet. And as you can see here, we're going to be slipping and sliding until it connects. We'll close up the chest. Make sure that it's pushed in enough that it's going to lock back in. Nice snap. And then now we can tab that back up and tab this side back up as well. Okay. And now we are going to basically slide that in like that. Nice click. That's what that looks like. That's what the foot looks like. So far, so good. Okay, number 2, same process. Gonna lock and load. Push it in. That snaps in, that tabs in, and this will tab back in. And that'll lock the foot there, the leg there. And then of course, just like this side, we're going to rotate this, slide it in the middle, pull down. This is what we have from the back view so far for the feet and the legs. Okay. Now we're going to do the arms as well. So maybe we'll start over here. And as you can see, just like everything else we've done so far, these will just slide right in. Okay, so now for his last arm, the same procedure. Slide this in. Not a bad looking dude. Let's armor him up, get the wings on. And those will slide in the back here. And that will just slide in like that. So now you've got full articulation of the wings. We're gonna take this, I'm gonna tuck this in here. There are the pegs here for putting it on his arms. Basically, those peg into these two holes at the back here of his hand. That is one option for the cannons there. And then this has nice double slot, and they go into the peg in his hand in the back here. So if I can get that in there, and that's a nice tight grip. And that is not, he is very solid. See how I'm wiggling him around? He is very solid. So he's definitely not going anywhere. The other option for this is to actually use it as a handgun if you wanted to. So if you didn't want this pegged in, then you just plop open the gun part. And this also has two pegs on either side, so it is universal to hold in, and you can slide it into the peg in this hand, which is over here. And he can very much grip that as well. Let's get the thumb out of the way for a bit. And that is a solid grip. As you can see here. So you've got options. You've got options. So articulation. Doesn't really go up too high because obviously, maybe if we did that, get a little bit more, not so much. And rotation there. We do have an elbow bend. In and out as well. And then the hands just turn at the wrist, they don't go in and out. No ratchets, really. The legs are quite articulated, as you can see. This is on a big ball joint, and out, up and down for the toes. Nothing on the heel. And then complete splits. And he can go up that high. Like we saw, the knee bend is really good as well. So he is pretty articulated. Sorry. He is pretty well articulated. Do we have a waist swivel? Yep, we do have a waist swivel. Full 360. which is cool. But no, well, we still have the original abdomen rocker from Grimlock, which isn't much in this mode, but at least it's something. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Very cool. Very posable. Our little remote. Turn down some lights for a moment and see. And then of course we saw the head articulation earlier. It is a ball joint. He can do 360 up and down everywhere. So that is pretty cool. A little romantic here. Ooh, 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 what? That is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, everyone, there you have it. There you have JGM-SKP-02, Mini Asura, Volcanicus. What do y'all think? I think he looks amazing. I think he looks really, really good. They really did a great job from the aesthetics, keeping that G1 aesthetic and flair and coloring, and they really nailed it from that element. They nailed it from the feel of the toy, the playability, all the articulation is just simply amazing. I didn't expect it to have that much personally. I didn't expect it to feel as good and stay put together. There are so many tight joints on this, so please be careful if you do get him. But at the same time, he can take a lot of handling, which is great. Because a toy like this that's built this way definitely needs to be able to take a lot of handling. And his posability is amazing. Obviously, as you all saw, what they included for his weapons, I think, is pretty adequate and great. The light up feature of the head, I think, worked out really well because it comes out to the side where his ear is. It comes out the top of his helmet. It just really, really good. The side of his helmet. I think they did a good job. I think they took some liberties, obviously, with the chibi style, and that, I think, is what they've been specializing in with the previous Predaking and, whatever they come with moving forward. It seems like that's their niche, and I think they are really owning this niche, and they're doing an amazing job. I don't think I would hesitate if somebody was saying, should I get it? I think, if you can budget for it, it's, not a bad deal for the 5 bots and the accessories. It's like around $100 or so for the whole package. And for the playability, the quality, the durability of the coloring, the paint, which I think is pretty much, the mold that they use for the plastic. The flecking that they used is very subtle, but it's there. You really have to look, close up to look and see it. But I think they did a great job overall. I think I like him a lot more than I expected to like him, if I'm being honest and transparent with everyone. And he's cool. He's fun. He is really, really interesting as far as, this kind of size and design element. I know the chibi style is not for everybody. And not only that, but I know there's a lot of hate for Volcanicus as a character in general. A lot of the traditionalists, the purists, which generally, I consider myself, I love as well. But I love when people take some artistic liberties. I do, like, be bold, be daring, be different. We have a ton of the original designs from every company from doing everything. Cool. That satisfies me from a lot. I know that satisfies a lot of other people that are collectors, that are G1 purists as well. But I don't think anybody should give hate just because it's, a certain style or whatnot. I think, come in with an open mind and try it, play with it, have fun with it. And even if it's not you, be daring for yourself. Why not? Take a leap of faith. Life is short, people. Life is short. Just to give us a little bit of scale, we're going to bring in some regular players. AMK. Welcome back, AMK. Optimus Prime from Transformers 1, YOLO Park. Obviously, scale is not what you're going to go for here, but just so you have an idea of what it's going to come out like. And you know what is fun? I just reviewed something intensely, immensely fun. That's right, Magic Square Bruticus. Magic Square, let me shift some stuff. This was, if you guys haven't seen my unboxing review, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so even though this is a Legends scale figure, still getting a hard time getting him in the shot. I mean, I have to send him all the way back, and he still towers. Which, you know what, while we're talking about towering, let's see what this guy clocks in at. Let's see what Mini Asura clocks in at. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So that's that from the high perspective, and can't escape the classics. It's for our purists, for our purist buddies here. MP44. That's fun. I dig it. Pretty cool. Okay. What else? What else you guys want? Oh, another oldie but goodie. One of all-time favorites. Earthrise. Love you, Earthrise. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for the cameo. Love it. Such a great mold, such a great figure. Oh, can't get enough of them, honestly. Is that enough for you guys? Want more? You know what? One more. Another one of my favorites. Come on, guys. Do you know me by now? Voyager class 40th anniversary. Rise of the Beast author, Nemesis Prime. Love Nemesis. Love him. So, there you go. Should we back up a little bit? Get Broody in the shot here. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Let's get that out of the way. There you go, everyone. That's a fun shot. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. You guys planning on getting him? Were you having doubts? Because I'm telling you, erase your doubts. Erase them if you had doubts. This is really fun. Really, really fun. Should we put him on a scale? Okay, one more fun little thing. My little desk alien. Look at that scale. Meh, 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 meh. I love those little things. But that's neither here nor there. All right, and let us bring our trusty little scale out and see what he clocks in at. So for those curious amongst us, he is coming at 12 ounces, 12.1 ounces to be exact, or 342 grams. A light figure in entirety, not a heavy figure by any means. We've definitely seen heavier, but very playable, very good looking, very fun. Highly unexpected on my end as far as whatever expectations or lack thereof that I had on my end. There you have it, everyone. Those are my thoughts, my feelings, my experience, and initial impressions for this review. Let me know some of yours. Let me know if you guys have this. Let me know if you have any questions. Anything else you want to see I didn't cover? By all means, let me know. I'm more than happy to address anything you have. And once again, I am Deemer. That's my wrap. Stay young, stay fun. Peace out.